Join me in making chin chin. I have 840 grams of flour and I have 200 grams of sugar, half teaspoon of baking powder, half teaspoon of salt, and I put in like 80 grams or 100 grams of butter and I mixed it. And now I'm putting in my egg. I'm going to mix it to a certain consistency. This like three small eggs. You can use two big eggs. Three small eggs was enough for me, or that was all I have. So yeah, now I'm putting in my milk. I have there 160 ml. So I'm going to mix it to get soft and sticky. If it doesn't get soft and sticky, you know, like making them, if all the flour don't come together, then you can add more milk or you can add more water. So now I'm going to knead it on the slab. Make sure you clean the slab properly because you are going to be working on, you know, a surface, so you need to work on a clean surface. So I'm going to knead it to become softer and smoother, and you know, when I was done, I put it in a plate, covered it with a thin film, and put it in the fridge because I wasn't ready to knead, so you can leave it for as long as you want. Afterwards, when I brought it out from the fridge, it was a bit strong and thick, so I'm going to knead it to become soft. So I kneaded it for a while, so now I'm going to cut it to the shape I want it to be. So I'm kneading it to like a flat surface, and as you can see, I'm cutting it with a knife. You can use a pizza cutter. I think it's easier, but I don't have a pizza cutter, so I'm using a knife. I'm cutting it into square shapes. If you want, you can cut it to smaller than this if you like, but this is how I decided to cut it. So I'm going to call my recipe or my ingredients again. I have 840 grams of flour, I have 200 grams of sugar, 80 grams, or if you want you can use 100 grams of butter. I have half teaspoon of baking powder, half teaspoon of salt. I have 3 eggs. That's what I use. 3 small eggs. You can use 2 big eggs if you like, and 160 ml of milk. This recipe also works in a different way. If you feel like this changing is too big for you, you can just half the recipe. That's instead of using 840 grams of flour, you use 420 grams of flour, you use 100 grams of sugar, you can use 40 grams or 50 grams of butter. The half tablespoon, you make it like quarter, the same like of the baking powder and the and salt. I didn't say baking soda, I said baking powder, so don't forget about it. Then the egg, you do the same thing. You can use 1 big egg or 2 small eggs, or maybe 1 egg if 2 is too much. And then the milk, you use 100 and sorry, not 130. What's 160 divided by that 50 plus 30, I think 80, yeah, so 80 ml of milk or more. You can add water. Then yeah, so I'm done with cutting, so I'm going to fry it now. So frying this, you need like lots of oil. This is going to be a deep frying, not shallow. So, and you have to make sure the oil is hot enough before you put in the chin chin inside or your flour. So yeah, so I put it in and I'm frying now. And then when you're frying, you fry it to golden brown. And while you're frying, don't forget, you have to be turning it. If you leave it like this for some time, it's going to burn. I mean, the other part, under part is going to burn. So you have to continue turning it and turning it until it gets to that consistency. Don't leave the kitchen when you're frying. You have to be there watching what they're doing and continue turning it, because I think mine is it's at the highest. I mean, my gas setting is the highest is 9, so it's at 8 at this moment. You can set it at 7. I'm using an electric cooker. So yeah, so when it got to this consistency here, and you bring it out from the fire, don't also forget, while you're frying, it's going to be soft while it's still inside, even when it's golden brown. So you have to allow it to cool. When it cools, it becomes a bit strong and softer. Yeah, so this is it. I did like 2 different batches. One, like this one on the left, was very golden brown, and this one on the right, you can see it's not as brown as, it's still golden brown, but not as brown, as dark as the other one, and it's very delicious. So try it, you will enjoy it. Also know that the more baking powder you add, the crispier your chin chin becomes. This is important, so just be careful following this recipe. You can even experiment to see, but my chin chin came out really nice. It was crispy. I don't like those really strong chin chin where you almost break your teeth when you are eating it. So mine was really crispy. You don't have problem chewing it, and it was really, really nice. Just try this recipe out and you'll love it.